Hi guys, and welcome back to Pedal to the Metal F1 channel. Today we're gonna give votes to the top 10 driver that raced yesterday in Baku. So let's start with our winner, Sergio Perez. We're gonna give Perez round 10. He said after the race, I can win the world championship. He was very bullish about it. Well, yes, still has a mountain to climb if he wants to secure the trophy at the end of the season. But in Baku, he took advantage of some good fortune with the safety car and made it count by holding off Verstappen for the win. And now he's just 6 points adrift of Verstappen in the championship. Our second driver is Max Verstappen. We're gonna give Max a 8. Well, second place is not a bad thing, but Verstappen has high standard, and had he not bid for the safety car, there is a good chance he would have made it 3 wins from 4 this season. But the safety car did come out, which cost Verstappen the lead and relegated him to third. He quickly passed Leclerc to take second, but he was unable to mount a real challenge for the lead to Sergio Perez, and that equals a disappointing weekend for Verstappen. Then we have Charles Leclerc. To Leclerc, we're going to give a 9 because Leclerc, he has high standard as well. And he was disappointed at the end of the race because he lost the lead starting from pole and he finished third to the flag. But actually, this was his first podium this season and he contributed with a 22-point hold this weekend, which is triple the amount of the points that he has collected during the opening 3 races of the year. So I think 9 to Leclerc, it's a fair one. Then we have Fernando Alonso. Alonso is so consistent. Even though Aston Martin, this wasn't the best track for Aston Martin, but he made it to fourth position and he was also attacking Leclerc at the end of the race. So he was shy of a third place and a fourth consecutive podium by a mere 8 tenths. So, and he's third in the Drivers' Championship, only 33 points behind Verstappen in first, and it's 12 points clear of Lewis Hamilton in fourth place. So we're going to give Alonso a 9 for its ruthless consistency. Then we have Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz has disappointed me this weekend. I was expecting a bit more from him, but he was struggling all weekend. The balance of the car, he said. But probably it's just that street circuits are not his best. And so we're going to give Sainz a 5. But the only positive we can take from this race, it was him holding off Hamilton in the closing stages of the race. But that was not good enough considering that it was at the end, at the checkered flag, it was like 24 seconds behind teammate Leclerc. So not good enough. A little bit disappointed with Sainz. Then we have Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, we're going to give him a 7. For the 7-time world champion, we're going to give him a 7. Because he put an excellent recovery drive after pitting before the safety car came out, and he was unlucky with that. However, he got the most out of the Mercedes, which is fourth best in terms of pure performance. And so updates are on the way, but with what he's got, he has done a real fine job to beat his teammate Russell in Baku, and now it's fourth in the driver standings. Then we have Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll, it was a bit lonely. We give him a 5. We give him a 5 because it's not good enough considering that Alonso finished in fourth place, very close to the podium. He said he was struggling with rear balance, but we would expect a little more from him considering the car that he has underneath him. So just a 5 for Stroll. Then we have George Russell. To Russell, we give him a 5 as well because he was always behind teammate Hamilton all along the weekend and really finishing in 8th position. The only positive he can get from this Baku race is snatching the fastest lap at the last lap, last time of asking. Then we have Lando Norris. Lando Norris. Here we go. Lando Norris, we give him a 7 because the McLaren this year, it's a struggle. It's not a quick car, and he has done really the best he could do to put the car in 9th place and get a couple points. So, I mean, this is not enough for Lando Norris, who has a great potential for sure. But we believe in him, and we're gonna give him a 7 because he has done a marvelous job. And then afterwards we go to Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda has been impressive in 2023. He's getting everything out of an AlphaTauri that is one of the slowest car, if not the slowest car on the grid. He lost ground having pitted before the safety car, allowing his immediate rivals to snatch a cheap pit stop, but he kept a cool head and drove a mature race to grab the final point on offer. And he has been very consistent in the last 5 races, and this performance could earn him a contract renewal. We like a lot Yuki Tsunoda this year. So let's look at the people that have disappointed us. We have Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo lacked the pace to compete for points in either the sprint race or Sunday Grand Prix. The team appeared to have taken a step back versus their immediate rivals. Zhou Guanyu failed to finish, and Valtteri Bottas' afternoon was over almost immediately after damage sustained on the first lap, and which left him nursing his car. So then we have Alpine, and we're gonna give a 4 to Alfa Romeo. 4 to Alfa Romeo. Bit disappointed. Alpine, horrible weekend. We're gonna give a 3 to Alpine because they had unreliability on Friday. They put them on the back foot, and which meant that the French team failed to validate their significant upgrade that they brought to Baku. Ocon started from the pit lane and ran in the points for much of the race before his last mandatory pit stop dropped him out of contention. I mean, that was really a mess. When Ocon entered on the last lap and that dropped him behind. I mean, that's why we give Alpine a 3 because it was really disappointing team performance. While Gasly was never a contender, to make it in top 10. So not a good result for Alpine. There you go. Then we have Williams. Williams also suffered. Albon suffered some front wing damage on the opening lap, which hurt his balance and cost him some downforce. He still finished 12th, which shows the car potential. Logan Sargent as well, delivered a strong race, and considering he was on the bad foot, having missed the sprint, but he was too far back to be a contender for points, so Williams remained on 1 point from 4 races, which is not a fair reflection of their quality this year. And that's about it. We give the votes to the driver. What do you think? This is my opinion. Please let me know. Write something. If you follow, write a comment. Like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.